Hey everybody, it's the interview queen Alicia Atout here, and it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you all to my interview with Suspect208. Hi guys.
What's up? Yeah.
What's up? Hey, how are you guys doing over there?
Chilling. Just trying to work on maybe the next song. I mean, we already have like a few songs, but it's like, yeah, we're changing some stuff up a bit. Kind of, I guess.
Okay. Well, I know everyone's definitely excited to hear what you have next, but it's an exciting time to be a part of your band as the debut single Long Awaited is officially released. I know that sharing a debut single with the world, it's a pretty huge moment. You put all the time and effort, and it's really the first people get to hear your sound and kind of judge it for themselves, but it is such a tasty jam. So for you guys, were you a little bit nervous putting the track out there? How'd you feel now that it's finally out?
I mean, obviously, there's definitely like anxiety that comes into play with putting anything out, whether it's like a video, music, even an Instagram post at this day and age. You don't know who the fuck's gonna come at you.
Right.
But I did not. I don't think any of us expected it to pick up the traction that it did at all. I mean, if we'd known it would have done that well, we would have put more effort into it.
I mean, 500,000 views is no biggie.
Yeah. No, like, what was I gonna say? We thought, I honestly, okay, well, I didn't even know it was on YouTube. None of us knew it was on YouTube. And then we were like, because it got posted like through the distribution or whatever thing we use.
Right.
I guess it puts it on there too, or he got it on there, but he didn't know where it was. And then he just searched it up and he found it. And it was like the first, what was it? Like, it got to like 2,000 in like under 24 hours. And I was like, damn, what the hell? Because like, I thought it was honestly, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but like, I thought this was only going to get like at very, very most, like on like the high side, like 10,000 or something like that plays again total.
You've exceeded that just a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's amazing though, because like I mentioned, so much time and effort goes into releasing something and you never do know what people are going to expect or what their expectations are. So the fact that you saw that little number and it was a surprise to you because you didn't even know it was on YouTube. What was kind of running through your mind in that very moment? Just like, sweet, people are digging what we're doing and let's continue on now.
It was like we're getting a lot of plays, but for me, I didn't really know what to think because I never really had that happen before. I've seen it happen with my family, but not for myself. It was something that like I put like my heart into. So it was like really cool to like feel that accomplishment of having something do well.
Well, congratulations. The fact it's only the beginning is pretty exciting.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it's only going uphill from here. I mean, that song that we put out, in our opinion, is our most like commercial ready rock song. But that's not all we are, and we're just gonna come out with something fucking. Yeah, I mean, we can't talk about. I didn't. Funny thing is, yeah, we weren't even gonna release to that first. I mean, I didn't like. At first, I didn't like it at all.
Really?
Yeah, I actually hated the song. I was like, no, we're not doing this. Like, just ignore it, just drop it. And everyone else liked it, so I was just like, well, people like it, and I guess because I don't listen to rock music at all, so I couldn't like sonically. I guess I could tell it was It was like sounded nice, but like it wasn't something that I felt like worked for me. You know what I mean?
Right. So they kind of pushed you into it and convinced you like, yo, bro, we're putting this out. You don't really have to say anymore.
Yeah. Yes. It was just about explaining just of what like we could be, you know?
Yeah.
The times that we live in, the industry is fucked.
Very.
Our industry sucks. Am I allowed to curse?
Go for it. Fuck
shit. Basically, we're in a very shitty industry where I think the loss of appreciation. There's a loss of appreciation and like dedication to the craft, and we're bringing back the work that goes into it. even for something like this, it took us a good amount of time to get it done and had to put work in. And for Noah, it's something that's new for him, and he was able to just fucking come in and kill it. And working with Nico was able to. I've worked with Nico on one project before, but we've played, and I think out of any other musician I played with, like I know you the best. We were able to put something down and just fucking put something together, and that's what it ended up.
Well, I have to say, I'm really excited that you were able to come together and all kind of agree to put it out there, because clearly I feel like it was the right decision. You know, the proof's kind of out there by now. So, no, it's pretty kick-ass to see how that turned out. And something that's interesting about the band is because it is so fresh and new, I know that apparently you all just kind of came together being pairs of childhood friends, then joining forces. So rather than kind of getting into the origin story, I would love to know what your first impressions of one another actually were.
Like when we were like,
oh, this is funny.
Little.
Yep. Like when you first met, what were you kind of thinking? Did you vibe right away?
Well, yeah, I knew London since we were like 4 or 5 years old. So he's a very asshole as a little kid. So I was just
Still am.
dude, like as a little kid, I'm like, dude, like fuck that kid, dude. He's so mean. Like
I bullied him when
He
we
was
were children.
bullying me.
I bullied him when we were children.
Oh, you've come a long way.
So I didn't talk to him for like 4 years, and then I started playing guitar, and I'm like, hey, I heard London like plays drums. Like, let's see what could happen there. So I started talking to him, and obviously he changed a lot, because otherwise this wouldn't have happened. But you know, it's been all uphill since then.
Yeah.
What about any of the other pairings in the band or impressions?
I met London. Well, they reached out. Nico and London had reached out to me on Instagram. It was like around 3 years ago or something, to join Classless Act or something like that. I was like, I didn't like. I just left it on red at the time. And then like a year later, I actually met the guys. Like I played a show, my band Atout. We played with Classless Act. And London was in Classless Act, and of course Nico's in there. He's still in there. But like we're all playing a show, and then I met London, and then I met Nico, and then we're kind of like, you know, we had that competitive mindset. You know, when you're opening for a band, you're like, you know, you have that competitive mindset, and there at first, and then like I don't know, like 2 years later, I didn't hear from. Like, I didn't see you guys for a while. You know, I didn't see London or Nico, anybody. But then London reached out to me to do this project that he was doing. He was starting it with Noah. It was like 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago. We've only really been doing this for like 2 months or something. He's like, yo, I'm starting this project with Scott Weiland's son, Noah Weiland. I was wondering if we want to mix punk rock and hip hop. I was wondering if you're interested in joining. And I thought about it. I got back to them immediately. I'm like, yeah, I'm interested. I'm in. So then Nico joined in as a guitar player, and then it all came along from there. And then I met Noah through London, and Nico, of course, on like the first rehearsal. So.
And then me and we go back. We go back to the womb in the mammary glands.
Yes. Yes.
We've known each other since before we were out of the soul.
So way back. I mean, since we are kind of going back to that start, I know that you originally jammed a few times at London's rehearsal studio in room 208. So out of all the things you kind of could have pulled from in regards to your name, why did you feel like that place was so important enough? You're like, yeah, we're going to actually put it in what everyone knows us by.
That's
a good fucking question. Yeah.
I try.
Good job. I can answer that.
Yeah, answer.
Yeah.
I mean, 208, like that room, sadly it's no longer with us.
May he rest in peace.
It was lost to us during a tragic event, which will be revealed shortly.
Revealed in later times. The truth will be told.
208 was just a sanctuary for me. I had all my drums and music stuff. Noah was coming in
Because I just moved out here from
Marietta.
I moved out here from Temecula area, if you know where that is. and I like
Tell a story.
that's like
Tell the story.
Let's
Tell the
go
story.
off. Okay. So I like first moved out here and some stuff happened with how things were going. I was actually lived in that studio for like a week and a half,
Okay.
like a month ago. Things are starting to get settled right now. So I guess I don't know, it's like my happy place because even though even when I'm there literally 24/7 all day long, like I just sit in that room even if I'm not making music, I'll just like lay down and just listen to music for hours and just manifest and like daydream about stuff.
It's just like it was our spot.
Yeah.
It
Like
was
your sanctuary, your bat cave, like you're kind of like your escape from everything.
and
Literally.
208. I mean, when you it's mysterious enough just hearing what 208 because you don't know what it is. It's a fucking number. It can
Right.
mean anything.
Like you don't know what happened in that room. A lot of stuff has happened in that room.
A lot of shit no one will ever know. And
I love how when you say that, I feel like there was something in specific you all thought about in sync, and you're like, yeah, that's the shit that's never coming out.
but yeah, I mean, I guess when we came up with the name, it kind of just we were just thinking of stuff to put with 208, and I was trying to get this whole like mysterious, like kind of like mysterious goon vibe
Like,
going.
I mean, there's no like our name doesn't bring any vibes. You know what I mean? It's just it's kind of it's blank. It's like a blank. Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's Suspect. We're just mysterious fucking characters just doing what we do, playing music, running through whatever city we may be in at the time. Watch out.
Well, something that was interesting is when the band first kind of announced the single, of course, your ages weren't out there. It was something that, once like Rolling Stone, all these big places start picking it up, they start announcing it. And I started interviewing musicians when I was 17. I'm now 25. And normally I'm the youngin' when it comes to being at the show or backstage. So now I look at you guys who are younger and you're already killing it. So is being in the music industry, especially with your background, something you've always kind of seen for yourselves? Or was it because, you guys called on one another, you had your previous groups, you were like, yeah, this is just, something we want to do for the long haul?
Hey man, 5 months ago I was a rapper. I was a rapper and singer. I was a rapper and R&B singer. And then I just was like, one day I was like, honestly, I'll try and make something that's like more rock based. And then that was my first song that I ever tried something that was not rap or R&B.
Wow.
And it was that summer. I don't know if you heard it was one of my solo songs,
Okay.
but that song yeah, a lot of people liked it, but
We play it live right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Wait, I'm lost.
I'm
What was the
sorry,
question?
yeah,
What was
Just if music was something you knew almost from the jump, like this is what we want to get into.
I mean, it's in my blood. Like music. I've tried football. I've tried sports. I don't do well with authoritarians or coaches. I needed to get aggression and emotions out in a way that was healthy for me, so I didn't self-destruct, and that's where drumming came in for me. So without drums in my life, I would be a complete mess, and I know without drums in my life, without music, any of us might not have fucking any direction at all.
I feel that.
I mean,
it's like my only option, really. But it's not because it's like I don't want to do it, obviously.
I mean, yeah, like for me, it was like I listened to music my whole life. Like me and my dad would always go on these long drives and just listen to. He would show me all this music, and I loved it. But like at first, I couldn't really get into playing guitar, and then like it was literally one day I woke up when I was like 12. I'm like, I'm gonna be a musician, and I just from
right
then that was it. Like it was literally one morning I woke up, so just made that decision.
I'm actually curious, Ty. I never fucking heard.
I was just about to pull him in.
Oh yeah.
You've had the most like early on success. I'm the interviewer.
I've always
I'm
always played music.
Jump in.
But I mean, from an early age. I was like 7 or something. And one day I just decided I remember it was because it was like I didn't want to play solos at the time because I thought solos were like the hardest things to play. So I'm like, what instrument doesn't do as much solos? And I'm like, oh, the bass. So then I just picked that up, thinking it was easier, but really it wasn't. There's no shortcut to it. But I mean, I've always played music. I've always listened to music, stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, since you're kind of mentioning how you got into it, whether it was being in the blood or just other musical ventures, I wanted to know, what was the first concert that you ever attended or went to?
It's probably one of my dad's concerts. I don't remember, but it was probably super long ago.
Okay.
Yeah. Like
Mine was some Velvet Revolver concert in 2002.
Those are both good first concerts. How about the other two of you?
My first concert
Drake
was probably that I could. I mean, obviously probably the same as him, but like that I could remember.
Or maybe not remember.
The first concert that wasn't. It was like that. I went with my parents to. I guess there was the different one was Marilyn Manson. But obviously, I don't remember. I think it was like 3 or 4.
Okay.
Marilyn Manson concert. Oh, it was like 5 or 4 in a Marilyn Manson concert.
That's awesome.
I think my first, I don't know, I can't remember. I think it was VR too when I was really little, and I don't remember it.
I don't remember any of that.
I know
stuff either.
the first
Obviously, that's right.
meaningful, like life-changing concert I went to was last year at ACL. It was the Fiddler show. That show changed my life.
They're so good live. Like it's ridiculous.
It was at ACL, but it was before the festival, so it was like a little private, smaller show. And I went with my stepsisters, and I didn't know who they were at the time. I thought I heard Fiddler, and my stepsisters are into like a bunch of like indie stuff, and I was expecting some indie, moany, singy stuff. No offense, sisters. But I went in there as soon as I saw a pit, took off my shirt, and just went straight to the pit. And I'm definitely gonna get Fiddler tattooed on my body somewhere because forever in my life.
Well, the last thing I wanted to ask you guys about is the fact that on my show, I not only interview musicians like yourselves, but I also actually have bodybuilders and professional wrestlers on. So I wanted to know, if you were to have an in-ring wrestling gimmick, what would you want your persona to be? Would you be the good guy, the bad guy? Kind of tell me about that little vision.
I'd be the deviant. I'd be the Riddler, the mystery man with the mask.
Okay.
Behind the scenes. I'd be I definitely wear like a purplish skin suit with a mask and maybe like a little fedora with a feather. And my music would be Yes by LMFAO. The song would play, that would come on. And I would come out, and it would just be every time I see my dream. And
is it weird that I can like perfectly envision this and it's actually like not that bad?
I mean, it would be awesome.
How about the rest of you? I don't know if you can top that, but you can try.
Go ahead.
Who's next? Ty, I see you cooking something.
Yeah, you're cooking something.
I don't know. I mean, I could be either one. Like a bad guy or a good guy
Yeah.
in a wrestling match.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot. I don't know. I'll answer it. I'm gonna keep thinking about it. Someone else go. Does anybody else have any ideas?
I'm gonna take his whole persona actually, and he's gonna be the ref.
I'm gonna be the rep that comes in.
Yeah, he's gonna be. What are you gonna be? You're gonna wear the shark attack speedo. So we're like, oh, it's like in the speedo.
I love how I see the wheels turning. It's because sometimes when I interview people, it's like some people are hardcore wrestling fans, some people have never watched a match in their life. So it's always interesting seeing their idea of it and what can maybe come to be.
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen a match of wrestling.
I never have. I
Really?
sometimes I'll watch MMA. That stuff's cool. The UFC and shit. But
I went to SummerSlam WWE 2009. I still have the
Okay.
chairs from the.
Oh my God.
I stole the chairs from the seats.
Oh,
They're in the closet.
That's
nice.
amazing.
All right, I just thought about it. I'll probably be a good guy. Probably
Okay.
be a good guy. That I don't know. A good guy with
That's a start.
Ty's a good dude. He's a good
What?
person.
pretty much he's
yeah,
just
yeah, I guess I'm a good dude. I can be
Right.
a bad dude too, but I guess I'm a good dude. But
look. He's pretty much just got cargo shorts on, plain tee, and
Yeah.
oh,
He's thrown
that's
down.
exactly what I have on right now. I have cargo shorts on right now and a white tee.
All we need is
Exactly
a
what I'm
ring.
wearing right now.
All we need is a ring. You already have your ref. You already have your opponent. I think you're good to rock and roll on that one.
There you go.
Good ideas. Good ideas.
Yeah.
Well,
could be a next cover.
Yeah, that would be a cool video.
Just the middle of the thing, and then you're like trying to and you're in the speedo, and you're like, someone just got fucked up and like looking back. you don't even want to jump in.
He gets inspired.
now I'm
Yeah.
hoping that this becomes like a music video or something, you know?
Well, we can't
Wow.
say that 'cause now we have to pay her.
Oh,
I'm not asking for royalties here.
It's a fucked industry, man. We gotta be smart. Money's tough right now.
Well, I really do want to say thank you guys so much for taking the time hopping on here. The single is seriously so freaking great, and I'm just really psyched we're able to have you on and, learn a bit more about you.
Hell yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This is really so sick.
This is awesome. Yeah.
Thank
it's the
you.
first video interview.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm super psyched about it. Thank you guys so much to everyone watching. This has been Suspect208. I'm the interview queen, Alicia Atout, and be sure to check out aliciaatout.com for more exclusive interviews and features. We'll see you all next time. Bye, everyone.
Peace.
Bye.